Just an absolute stunner and probably the best Walter Payton rookie that we brokered in recent memory. I'm not sure if we've sold a 10 that is much to the superior side of this example in our history. This card has just come back from PSA, having survived its strictest standards of all time as far as we're concerned. And this card definitely checks all the boxes that we hope to check when it comes to these ultra elite examples. It's a virtually dead centered copy with virtually no print flaws to speak of, and edges and corners and cardstock throughout that are truly immaculate. This card really checks the boxes in ways very few examples do, and it remains one of the most important and arguably undervalued key rookies from the vintage era. As we see things like Jordan rookies rising in price, it's easy to start to assume that some of these comparable athletes from a comparable era should see sort of similar meteoric rises. And I think the 76 Payton for us is probably the premier 70s rookie card for football. Nothing against Staubach and Bradshaw and a couple others, but in our opinion, this is the premier rookie card from the era. And along with Rice and Montana, this card seems woefully undervalued. Just too important a brand to be anywhere near at the price points that it's been at historically. And we really encourage investors to take a close look. About the only thing about this card that I think could be slightly better is we have just the 2 micro touches of wear to these top 2 corners, and it's very subtle. We'll zoom in on it. Short of that, it's a near perfect card, and one that, in our opinion, certainly sets itself up as being one of the better PSA 10s to really ever be brokered. So we'll scan around the periphery here. The edges and corners are, they're very well preserved, as we would expect. And it's nothing, not to say that these top 2 corners aren't, gem mint examples in their own right. They just have the subtlest little micro ticks of wear. Maybe zoom in a little bit. You can see that are just like at the extreme tip. And then same thing over here. Like the corner is undeniably sharp and square, and from about even this far away, it looks like a perfect corner. But when we deal in these ultra technicalities, that's really the only thing that's kind of coming out to us as being something less than perfect. The print is very strong. There's no major print flaws or flecks that really detract from the eye. And from the back, everything is very similar to the front. So all told, certainly in the top half of PSA 10s that I think exist in this market, this was a whisker away from receiving our above average designation. If you're in the market for just a really strong PSA 10 Payton rookie, this one checks all the boxes. And again, you can look, what's happening to Rice rookies and Montana rookies, etc. This is one that definitely warrants a lot of attention. So delighted to have it in the auction, and we wish the investors the best of luck with the bidding.